We got Ryan Kruger, who was, I believe you're still at the north side of Fort Myers Beach right there. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, so I just got a text message from a resident here on Fort Myers Beach, so I came to the other side of the building where we're at, so our angle has changed, but check this out. It's Estero Boulevard. We can now show you for the first time that we are now seeing flooding on Estero Boulevard. You just heard Katie mention, really no surprise. We always see this. We knew this was going to happen, but here it is happening now. What does this time say? At 4:30, we are already seeing this. And as photojournalist Andy Cunningham kind of moves over, we can kind of see as we go zoom into this back bay. Katie was talking about how high this water is going to get, and if you see parts of the bay, sort of where it's, I mean, this is a marina, right? So it's right where it's coming in, and that is just feeding into the water here on Estero Boulevard. And I'm kind of looking down towards the main downtown area of Fort Myers Beach, where Times Square is, and all of Estero Boulevard right now is covered in water. What is interesting, though, you know, the way that they build these hotels, they try to provide themselves some elevation. So you'll notice, like right now, it's not getting into the parking lot. It looks like it's not getting into the parking lots of the other locations because they do build those up a little bit, and so that way the water is on Estero Boulevard and it doesn't get into the businesses and the hotels that are down here. But that only lasts for so long, right? I mean, eventually all of this area could be covered in water on the ground. It just depends on how high we're talking about. We saw 13 feet with Ian. Katie was just talking about possibly 10 feet here. So not quite as bad as Ian, but still absolutely devastating that we could have here. So we're going to keep monitoring this area. We knew that this was going to happen. It happened during Helene. It happened during Debbie. It is already happening now, and this is just the beginning of the storm surge areas. This is why they were telling people to get out, right? We can't have people on first-story buildings here on Fort Myers Beach. It's just not going to be safe because that flood water is going to get into those homes. You hate to say it this way, right? But a lot of those homes don't exist anymore, right? Those were the ones that were damaged and destroyed during Hurricane Ian. Most people who have been building back up have been trying to build back up at least 15 feet. That's the reason why, because this is what we are having right now. This is why they were telling people to get off the island more than 48 hours ago. This is why they were telling everybody, move your cars off of the island, right? Get that on the mainland because you don't want those floating away. But this is already starting here on Estero Boulevard right now on Fort Myers Beach. Guys.